Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a Patreon cast between Terror and Jangbi here on Outsider, a favorite map of mine for PvZ. Can't do red versus blue here. Here, bottom right-hand corner of Outsider, the southern spawning location, it is the orange Protoss player, it is Jangbi. And on the left side, it is a, I don't know, pink. We'll call it pink Zerg player, Terror. Terror, an excellent, excellent Zerg player. Very scary, especially in this matchup. And on the other side here, Jangbi is just a very well-known, very beloved Protoss player who is excellent at the game of StarCraft. And I cannot wait to see what he throws at Terror here to try to slow him down. Because again, if you don't slow down Zerg players, especially Terror, you're gonna have a bad time. Thank you, skiing instructor from South Park. Blah. So South Park is an interesting place. They basically sold most of their stuff to HBO for the new HBO Max thing, right? And so if you go to South Park Studios, where they used to have a lot of their stuff, most of their videos are gone. And heaven forbid there be a message that says, this is now on HBO Max, here's a link where you can watch our content, thank you. No, it's just like, this is not available. Here's another video maybe you can watch from Season 4. I don't know. It bothers me. It's just, they're usually pretty straight up, right? Trey Stone, Matt Parker, like dudes that aren't going to try to snow you, but yeah, they sold their content to HBO, and they should tell you that on their own website. So whatever. Pretty darn reasonable 9 pool here, opening out of the Zerg player. Nothing too crazy from him whatsoever. Double gate opening out of Jangbi. Loving this. You want to find where the Zerg player is. You want to drop Zealots in their face until they can handle it or can't handle it. I don't know. Let's find out together, shall we? Yes. Looking for cannons? Wow. Really looking for pylons back there. And then the expansion at about 12 supply. So pretty middle of the road game here. I gotta say, out of Terror, he's not going for the crazy aggression, not going for the crazy macro. On the other side, this is crazy aggression. Jangbi is going to try to kill you with these Zealots. You best be ready for it. Probe comes in, sees, the pool is done. How unfortunate for me. But you know what? You really can't put the brakes on these train. On this train, rather. You really want to get in there and do some damage with it. Because you can't just sit there with your Zealots and defend. They need to be aggressive. So 6 lings in production. 8 lings in production. How does... Maybe he's planning on being aggressive. 8 lings seems like a lot if you're just here to defend, right? So that ling is here to kill the probe, which eventually it will do. Overlord knows the Protoss is not up there, so they must be down here. So the Zealots are coming and the lings are coming. And the lings are going to be like, oh, that's not good. That's 3 whole Zealots at 3 minutes. That's real bad for us. And then the ling's going to back on out and say, okay, let's make some more Zerglings back home. Maybe, yeah, he just canceled his gas. He's like, you know what I don't need right now is gas. What I do need is more Zerglings. So more and more lings getting produced here. The Zealots are just inexorably moving. 2 probes coming along with it. This is such a good opening. Can it slow down him? Slow down Terror enough. Creep colony coming up just as soon as he could toss it down on that creep with the hatchery. And yeah, taking some direct Zealot hits is bad. The Zerglings are trying to get a surround on this. The probes are here too to do some additional damage, which is really nice. Look at this. The probes are actually helping fight here with their little zappity zaps. But the lings do their business. They take down all of the Zealots. The probes are in trouble. This one escapes with its life and all of 1 kill. The sunken finishes. And I don't really see how future Zealot attacks are going to do much. But guess what we're still doing? More Zealot attacks. There's 2 here. There's 2 here. There's 2 more on the way. I think at some point, Jangbi needs to give up. Like, this is not going to work out for him. Static defense is up for the Zerg player. He's making a ton of Zerglings. It is 18 to 10 workers, which is just, again, the difference here between Protoss and Zerg. Where Protoss, you can be making probes while you're making your army. You really can't do that with Zerg. You only have limited larvae. And sure, eventually that means you can make huge armies really fast, but man, it is so rough. It is so rough in these situations to make an economy and make units, make attacking units. So now he's starting to drone back up here, making 5 drones at a time. Natural base coming up for Jangbi over here on the right side at a minerals only location. He's not taking this at all. In fairness, he just started harvesting gas. He's gotten no gas for the first 5 minutes of this game. And wow, Terror snuck a 3rd base in while this was happening. Terror, you are such a boss. I love casting you. It has been too long, Terror. I apologize. I apologize for neglecting you for so long. I'm glad you're back in our lives here. So, if you're watching this in September, thanks for being a patron of mine at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. For as little as $1 a month, it gives you access to this cast a month before anybody else can see it on the YouTube channel. If you're seeing this in the month of October, hey, welcome to the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe, hit that like if you're enjoying this game so far. I love games that start fast and have a lot of aggression and try to get damage done. And that's exactly what this one was. And I don't think it was enough is the thing. Yes, you forced a lot of lings out. Yes, the economy got hurt a little bit here for Terror, but you know what? He's up to 19 drones now. He's been really droning hard. Sunken got a hit on that probe. That's bad news, Bears. Did he not? He never got speed. His first 100 gas went to Lair. And now he's going Spire. He's like, I'm really super worried about Corsairs, which is a fair concern because there's a Stargate on the way. So, oh man, almost 3 Sunkens. This is, wow. I mean, this is kind of Bisu maneuver, right? We've seen Bisu take down elite Zerg players using kind of this strategy, but also kind of not this strategy. Bisu didn't wait until 6.5 minutes to send in a giant final wave. The 3 Sunkens are really super important here. What is... Did something try to come over here? Something tried to come over here and the Dragoons killed it. Whatever, it's fine. So yeah, 3 Sunkens positioned to where the Zealots can't really get good surrounds on them is super fantastic. Is that another creep? He wants another one. Again, that's a large number of Zealots. Look at this block! Look at the Zealot block Jangbi is tossing up. I like this. This is kind of amazing. No lings are slipping through here, he says. Aha. Corsair already out because Corsairs don't take long to build. Spire finishing. Really, really needs some Scourge. Like now. Scourge don't take long to build either. So you got some free pot shots on these Overlords. And they're kind of stacked up a little bit here. There you go. Split it out, boys. Only one of us has to die today. And a pair of Zur Scourges coming in. And the Corsair has to kind of have a bit of a timer in his head about when this is going to happen. When the Scourge are going to show up and try to suicide bomb him. Because that's what Scourge do. Oh my gosh, and some Mutalisks. Are you going Mutalisk against Jangbi? I don't know how I feel about this. We've seen really good Zerg players go Mutalisk against Protoss. And they have the Stargate and they have the Corsairs and it goes poorly for them. If for some reason the Protoss does not go for a Stargate opening, yeah, Mutalisks can be really good. But when the Corsairs are out, the splash damage and it's such a rough situation. 2 cannons are just, yes, we're ready for this eventuality, says Jangbi. That's why we have cannons in our Mineral Alliance. Thank you for coming by, though. He's kind of trying to set up here to take his natural base as the 3rd at this point, which is totally a great idea. Macro Hatch at the natural base here for Terror. His 3rd base is happily mining with no static defense whatsoever because it is Zealots and it is a couple Dragoons, and you probably want some more Dragoons because there's Mutalisks flying around, or just more Corsairs, I guess. He's making them. He's got, man, 4. Once you start getting 4 to 5 to 6 Corsairs, that's where the Mutas start to really have problems. Problems, my brain said. Trouble and problems. They could start one-shotting Scourge that come at them if they have that many. They can start really doing a lot of damage to these stacked Muta groups. This is a really tenuous position both these players find themselves in here. And you're getting some free shots off on the Zealots. I mean, this right here. Bam, 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 bam. And all the Mutas are severely injured to where cannon shots will one-shot them. And yeah, I don't think that was a good engagement for Terror at all. The Corsairs took some hits. The Mutas were hitting them, but look at this. Everybody but one of them is at full hull. Whatever it is, full HP. The shield may have taken some damage, but those can regenerate fairly easily, especially if there's a shield battery, which there's not. Because by golly, we don't see a lot of those in these games, do we? Sometimes we do, and it's always an event when there's a shield battery made. That +1 attack. Nope. Yeah, +1 attack coming in for the Protoss. No upgrades here for the Mutalisks or the Zerglings. Terror's running with. He's really committing to this Mutalisk thing, and I don't know. I don't feel great about it. As a Zerg player, this many Mutalisks, yeah, Mutas are good units, but the Corsair count is scary. There's 6 of them now. A 7th one in production. Especially if they get +1 air attack, because they're one of those units that shoot fast. So attack upgrades benefit them immensely. Mutas are checking for another expansion up here. There's not, and there's not one here, and there's not one here. And let's see if we can take down these cannons with this number of Mutalisks, says Terror. The answer is, yeah. We're going to lose a couple Mutas in the process, but all the cannons are definitely going to die. The Corsairs are coming in. I mean, they're probably going to save the Nexus. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, so like one of the Corsairs died. Trying to split up these Mutalisks here so they're not all taking the splash damage is not going incredibly well for them. These are some really, really injured Mutalisks. That flank, though, oh, that Corsair took the hit for the team. Already taken a hit, though. You didn't have to take a second one. All right, guess you did, maybe. So is that worth? How many Mutalisks have died today? I don't know, but these guys are all severely injured. It's not a big Mutalisk count is the problem here, but this has been such a Zergling hit. Okay, so basically he's trying to force Dragoons out, so the Lings will be awesome. But the Zealots are here. They've got +1 attack. The Lings are trying to be sneaky, I guess? Yeah, Zealots trying to scout around, but when the map control belongs to Mutalisks, bad times, friends. Alright, so these Dragoons are dead. Run, Dragoons! Don't get surrounded before you make it home. Alright, so that one got surrounded and... Wait, hold on. Yep, dead. There's no storm here. If these Lings had upgrades, it'd be a lot scarier, but we're not worried about that right now. It's just Zergling and it's Mutalisk. All the Mutas are going to go down. Oh, all the Mutas are dead, but the Lings are trying to finish this thing off. Can they take down all the defense, including the cannons, and take down this Nexus? The answer is no. Probes are fighting. Probes are body blocking. Dragoons are getting big-time shots off. They don't do full damage to Zerglings, but you know what? Damage to Zerglings counts as damage because they are super squishy. And that is a hold from Jangbi. That was tough. That was gross. But you know what? All the Mutas are dead, including this one. That's just a bad rally or something. Terror. Come on, man. All right, he's got more Lings and more Mutas out. This feels incredibly StarCraft 1. Like vanilla StarCraft, where it's Ling Muta all the day. The Corsairs messed that up, obviously. But man, look, he's even stacking his Mutalisks up. I don't get it. I've never seen Terror be this careless with anything he's ever done. I mean, yes, he is one of those players that likes to overwhelm you with just a billion things. Is that another Mutalisk flying in to die? Boy, Terror is not on top of his game today. It is 25 to 52 total workers. He's on this whole 3-base thing. He doesn't have a nice worker count at all. I don't think many of them have died at all recently. He does have a 4th base down here, which is great. And I support having a 4th base. But this Ling Muta thing, is he working on... He's getting a Queen's Nest, so he could be going for Defilers at some point here, but it's just late, man. We're at almost 14 minutes. He doesn't even have a Queen's Nest yet. And 3-basing Protoss is pretty happy to be where he is. It's 107 and 56 total supply. The Mutas did not get the job done. The probe count is just awesome and continuing to increase here as Jangbi continues to make more probes. Templar Archives in production. I'm guessing Archons here, maybe Storm. Storm is your best friend against Muta Ling for sure. I mean, the Corsairs are really nice against the Mutas, but Zerglings melt to the Storm, as we've seen time and countless time again in the StarCraft games that we've watched. Yeah, so I mean, that Hive is coming in, but we gotta wait for that to finish, and then start a Defiler Mound, and then get Consume, and then get Plague. Like, there's a lot of steps here to where you have a really useful Defiler. Some Dark Swarm could be pretty great with these Lings, but that's a lot of Zealots, and they have the +1 attack, and the Lings have +1 armor, so I guess it kind of balances out at this stage, but Bleh. Another base coming in from Jangbi. I just gotta say, this game really seems like it belongs to Jangbi. The Scourge are just not accomplishing much here with the Dragoon support, especially. Why would you make a Mutalisk? Like, I don't... And the Muta instantly dies again. It's such a weird thing. He's lost so many Mutalisks to just single attacks, you know? The Sunkens are worth their weight in gold here. They're so good against the Zealots and really helping the Ling survive. Without these Sunkens, that's a good game. That is not enough Zerglings to handle this. Another base coming up from Terror. I mean, if anyone can get out of the situation where you're down 129 to 74 supply to Jangbi, it would be Terror. He just needs to stop being so careless with his stuff. But his macro is fairly on point considering where this game started. Few free overlords. Oh, the supply block could be brutal for Terror here. It is going to be supply blocked with the death of that overlord. Corsairs running for their lives. Pulled to the Dragoons. Oh, the Dragoons were willing to help you, though. All right, well, see ya. I don't know where those Lings were going, but they don't like what they found, so they're going to head on back home. Yeah, nobody's killed a base yet. That's... Oh, wait. No, that's a new one. Yeah, check this out. Nobody's killed a base yet in the first 16 minutes. Look at these Dragoons. They can hit this hatchery from behind the minerals. That sucks. That's terrible for Terror. He wants that really, really bad. But yeah, man, 1630, 151 to 71 total supply. +1/+1 here for the Zealots. The Dragoons are looking good too. Working on that +2 attack, which is nice. It's a little bit late, but again, it was a super aggressive opening, and upgrades can be late in those situations. So we haven't seen any spells cast here today. This might get our first spell with Ye Old Psionic Storm. Which doesn't seem like it's super needed here. There you go. That's a pretty good one. That was... Ooh. It's actually fairly difficult with High Templar to place the Storm in situations that they're not... The Storms aren't actually killing your own Zealots. I love the Dragoons got that hatchery. That's incredible stuff. It really is. The Lings are, I think, trying to get up here and kill these Dragoons. They took some weird pathing, though, which is... fine, I guess. We're almost maxed out, man. Jangbi is almost maxed out with, I mean, 61 supply of it is probes, yes. Are we, oh, just dropping Dragoons in places. All right, so these Dragoons are dead. They know it. But they're going to go down with a fight for sure. Oh, that shuttle got wrecked, but the Dragoons are back here. Do you have the drop action? You have the drop upgrade? No. Ventral Sax is on the way, but not coming through yet. So, I mean, you're not really going to kill eggs? Just kill the Lings when they come out. That works. Anyway, this looks like a death knell from Terror. I'm trying to figure this out. How Terror comes back to this with Lings, basically. It is a lot of Zerglings, in all fairness. And I think they have Adrenal based on how fast they've been attacking here. But, yeah, the Storm on the drones just for good measure here. The Archon sitting back doing bonus damage to everything here. 22 kills on that Archon. And it really looks like this might just be GG. Losing your natural base. Is there enough inside your main base to stop this onslaught from happening? If the answer is no. No, there's not. Terror's back down to 33 workers. He's really just trying to Ling Muta this thing. He was trying to get Defilers out at some point. I want to believe he was. He just wasn't... He didn't get there fast enough. And you're not beating this composition that Jangbi has, honestly, without Defilers. They're the great equalizers for Zerg, man. Look how fast that Archon's taking damage. The other Archons are saving him, though. Wait. Oh, he's going to finish with all of, like, exactly 62, 63 shields. He's up 34 kills, 29 kills. These Archons, though, honestly, saving the day. Just Zerglings, no Hydras today at all. It was Ling Muta. Almost like Terror thought he was playing against a Terran player, which makes no sense at all to me. I mean... Ling after Ling after Ling after Ling. It's +2 GG from Terror, and Jangbi is your winner. in 19 minutes and 48 seconds. Hit the like button if you enjoyed that one as a Protoss player. Wow, I did not expect Terror to get kind of handled that easily. You know what I mean? 41 and 38 kills, Archons. Are you kidding right now? Just MVPs, man. MVPs of the match today. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Terror was thinking when he's like, all right, so it's a Stargate opening for my opponent. I'm going to make so many Mutalisks. It'll be all the Mutas. And then the Corsairs just destroyed them time and time again, especially in pitched battles, especially when the Mutas and Lings came to try to kill this base 2 or 3 times. The Corsairs murdered all the Mutas. Random Mutas flying over here after the battle's over to get Massacre 2 is just horrible. Horrible for them. Was this a drop attempt? Feels like it's a drop attempt that did not go super well, considering there's still 2 cannons here. Yeah, no. Jangbi, good aggressive opening. I don't know that he did the damage he needed to. He did force a lot of Lings out, but then just the follow-up with the Corsairs into the Zealot Dragoon, High Templar, Storm, Archon setup here, and attacking before the final round could even get started. It was really nice. That was really, really well executed by Jangbi. There's a reason he's there's a reason he is terrifying. He is found terrifying by many players, and it's because of games like this. Blah. So yeah, 19 minutes and 48 seconds, 120,000 points for Jangbi, 91,000 for Terror. Outproduced the Protoss player by quite a bit, but lost a whole bunch in the meantime. Structures is always a weird thing, but ended up raising 11 Zerg structures, which is pretty good in a 20-minute game. And then it's more gas mined, more minerals mined, and more total spent. Never lost a base. There was that one time the Mutas attacked that third and did some damage to it and killed some probes, but they did get chased away eventually, again, by the Corsairs, which were the answer here. And the reason they exist in the game is because the Mutalisks were incredible in original StarCraft. Incredible. All right. Well, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon edition for patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.